bringing you the news and information you need from the people making a difference. This is Comcast Newsmakers.
And welcome back to Comcast Newsmakers. I'm Steve Swat. My guest this segment is Andy Vasquez, who is a member of the Yuba County Board of Supervisors representing District 1, which is Linda.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for being back.
Thank you very much for allowing me to do this. One of the lighter things that we have is the second annual Linda Cleanup, which is August 21st at the Yuba County Airport. And that's going to be an event. We took 106 tons out last year. Let's see what we can do this year.
That's great.
So,
you know, usually when you're on this program, we talk about things specific to Linda. I want to start off by talking about a county-wide problem, which is pretty serious. I understand that just recently you had to, I guess, move $4.3 million from the county's reserves, put it into the general fund just so you can make payroll.
Well, it was to meet our obligations, but we had assumed that we had $4.3 million in reserves in a separate account, and somehow through accounting procedures we found out that that wasn't the case, and then an emergency item had to be brought forward, which in turn used those reserves for the emergency, and now as a county we no longer have that amount of money for reserves. In fact, we have no reserves at this point in time. We're trying to build back.
Well, without reserves, at a time when the economy is still struggling, property taxes are not what they should be, sales taxes are not what they should be. Not having a reserve is walking on a very narrow tightrope, isn't it?
We've got a little problem. I think we can dance around it. You know, what I wanted to do is have an ad hoc committee to look into the problems of the reserves and see that we don't have that problem happen again. How can we prevent this? We were originally slated to lay off 37 employees, and now we're down to 27 layoffs. But still, that's 27 people's lives that have been negatively affected. So what I tried to do was get an ad hoc committee to look into this, and the board decided, the chair decided not to have an ad hoc committee. And then we tried to get a committee to look into see how we can do some of the, address some of the problems they have with the budget, with the audits and accounting, but they decided that they wouldn't do that. But I'm going to continue to ask questions so that we can keep on top of this situation and not let it get out of hand, because our poor chief, Robert Bendorf, was thrown under the bus. I mean, he was just all of a sudden that happened, and it made things very difficult, because you can't plan a budget if you have no idea what's in your account.
So could this be a systemic problem with accounting that's going to occur year after year? Well,
that's one thing that I wanted to do, is to itemize the problems themselves, isolate, identify what the problems are, and take each one and let's cure them. We have hired a pro from Dover to come in and is very familiar with the accounting system, is going to work very hard to get this back into proper accounting practices. But you know, it's not a silver bullet. We've got to identify the problems, address them, and that's what he's going to do at this point in time.
Of course, the county does have annual audits, correct?
They do. And starting, I pulled 2006, 7, 8, and 9, and the same problems are year after year after year. So as a county supervisor, you must recognize that you have to pay attention to the county problems. If there's problems that are going to create layoffs and budget problems, as a county supervisor, we have to address that as a board.
And so moving forward, where do you stand?
Well, we're trying to address the problems. We're going to define them, go after them, and I have no problem thinking that we will overcome these problems.
All right. Sorry. It's all right.
Okay.
Well, Andy Vasquez, thank you very much for coming and talking about this really serious situation, and can cause some difficulties in your community. So.
I think that you have to address it, and as a board of supervisors, we have to be on top of it. So,
all right.
Thank you very much for your time.
And thank you for being here. Thanks to our viewers, of course, for watching Comcast Newsmakers. We'll see you next time.